Hello and welcome to Starting Out Solitary. My name is Amanda, and this week we are talking about shadow work. And let's see, what I know about shadow work all pretty much comes from the two websites I read off of. Brenda Crozier talked about it once or twice, and Kelly and or the Four Queens, aka the Four Queens. So I pretty much got all my information of that from them, and what I found out is I've been doing shadow working for a long time, and I didn't even know I was doing it, but that's what I was doing. So now I have a name to put to it, so that's pretty cool. So when I think of shadow working, or what I refer to shadow working, is going into the inner self, the inner child, or the subconscious, unconscious part of yourself, and bringing it conscious to awareness and understanding it. That's what I understand of shadow working. And by doing so, you become a better person. At least that's what I tell myself. You become more accepting, more self-loving, or at least that's what I found. You become more self-loving, more understandable, more compassionate towards other people. You understand them. You're more reasonable. And all the crap that you do, like getting angry about certain things and stuff, you're aware of it, so you know how to react to certain situations now and stuff like that. And you're learning to love yourself and every aspect of it, shadow, light side, whatever you want to call it. No one's really talked about the process of how you could do it. I kind of take on a meditative state for it. I don't really go into a full-blown meditative and just think about it, and that's probably what I'm doing, because I guess my definition of meditation and someone else's definition of meditation could be what I'm talking about right now. So what I do, and I'll just categorize it in the meditative category because that's pretty much where it falls under, is I pretty much go into a daydreaming state where I'm not fully unconscious or sleeping or whatever, even though I've noticed that that's what my dreams are. They're just problem solving, all the crap that I have to deal with during the day, but that's okay. But when I'm doing it consciously and I'm wanting to do it, I go into a daydreaming state, and I kind of get just relaxed and making sure no one's bothering me and stuff like that. And I just kind of start asking myself questions like, what are those things that bother me the most, is the first question I would ask myself. And those things cover everything that makes my heart ache when things happen, like people beating puppies, that is a thing, and or child abuse or whatever that bothers me, all those things that would make my heart wrench or my soul just cringe and hurt and ache, or the things that make my gut wrench. So it's all those things that make me angry, pissed off, mad, fearful, everything that freaks me out, or the things that I don't want to deal with. I just try and categorize and list. Well, the first three things usually are the ones that the first three things that pop up into the top of my head are usually the things that are predominant in my life now, or the things that I should probably take care of now before I move down my list. At least that's how I see it. You can do this however you want. This is just how I go about it. But then after I get my list and I get my three, then I break my three into the first one, and then I probably will do one more during my session, but I usually just start with the one and I just kind of jot them all down and whatever, so I can come back to it and see if these topics come back up, because if they don't, then they're not relevant right now, or I have taken care of them to the point where I understand them and accept them as they are, and I can move on from them. That's what I take that as. But sometimes I do see them pop up again, and then it's just a reminder of self, remember, this is why we understand this and this and that. Okay, so after getting a list of topics that bother me and things that I need to work on, then I ask myself, what are all the emotions that I feel about this topic? So if my husband brings it up to me, how would I feel about it? Or if my friends bring it up to me, or if I see it on the news, or whatever the problem may be. Or if it's myself, what are all the emotions that come with it? And I usually find that there's multiple emotions that come, even though there's a predominant one like anger or fear. I always find that timid or scared or reluctant or something comes up with it, even though that all fits kind of together. But I always find something else that comes with it, like sadness and whatever. So I always take each emotions and I break them down and figure out why each emotion is relevant to this topic. and then I break it down further. Like, after I figure out why all the emotions happen, then I kind of ask myself, well, where would I have gotten this emotion from? Like, what relates to this topic that would make this emotion pop up, or stuff like that? Or am I just being overreacting, or whatever I'm doing and stuff? And it's just kind of asking the questions, like, and keep going down the line of questions that you seem, these are relevant questions to me, so you'd ask relevant questions to yourself, so then it works for you better. So, and I just keep going down the tree, and then by the time I get to the bottom of the tree, you probably have like 100 little doodads coming off the one topic, and then you kind of get a collective consciousness, or the collective idea of why this happens and stuff like that. So now you're aware. That's pretty much what I do. That's pretty much how I understand. Sorry, I'm really talking with my hands today, like, ooh. But anyways, that is what I understand about shadow working. That's pretty much how I go through my shadow working. I do that in a daydreaming, meditative state, and I just kind of go through each question, and that's pretty much how I do what I do. So if you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments section below, and I will answer you to the best of my ability. So until next time, guys, blessed be.